Welcome to the deep dive. Ready to explore a world bursting with color? We're talking about phytonutrients today.
Ah, phytonutrients.
Mhm.
They're more than just vitamins and minerals, right?
Exactly. These plant compounds pack some serious health benefits. We're going beyond your basic vitamins today, ready to dive into some specifics.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
All right, let's start with a group that's hard to miss, those bright, vibrant carotenoids. Think those eye-catching carrots, your deep red tomatoes.
Ah, yeah. Bell peppers too, right? All those vibrant colors.
You got it. And it's those colors that actually signal the presence of carotenoids.
Hmm. Interesting. So we're talking more than just pretty colors here.
Way more. One of the most famous carotenoids, beta-carotene, actually converts into vitamin A in the body.
Vitamin A. Essential for good vision. That's the one. Yeah.
Exactly. And a strong immune system, too.
Makes sense. So those are carotenoids working behind the scenes.
You got it. But I've also heard that too much vitamin A can be a bad thing. Does that apply to beta-carotene, too?
That's a great question. While preformed vitamin A can be harmful in excess, the beta-carotene from plants is different. Your body actually converts it to vitamin A only when needed.
Oh, interesting. So you're not likely to overdose just from munching on carrots.
Exactly. Your body's got it covered.
Phew, that's good to know.
Mhm.
But carotenoids aren't just about vision, are they?
Nope, not at all. Take lutein and zeaxanthin, for example. You'll find those in those leafy greens like kale and spinach.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love my leafy greens.
Right. Well, they're especially good for your eyes. Studies show they actually protect against age-related macular degeneration.
Oh, wow. That's a big one. A leading cause of vision loss, right?
It is. These carotenoids act like antioxidants in the retina, protecting your eyes as you age.
So it's not just about eating your veggies, it's about picking the right ones.
Exactly. Each one offers something unique.
Love that. Now, while we're on the topic of antioxidants, let's move on to another group, flavonoids. Think about those delicious berries, a comforting cup of tea, even a bit of dark chocolate.
Ooh, now we're talking. Chocolate, all right. But those are all so different. What connects them?
They're all packed with flavonoids. And flavonoids are potent antioxidants, battling those pesky free radicals that can damage our cells.
Okay, hold on. Back up a second. What are free radicals again?
Think of them like tiny little troublemakers running around in your body causing damage to your cells.
Okay, I'm picturing them now, little troublemakers.
Perfect. Well, oxidative stress happens when you have too many free radicals and not enough antioxidants to fight them off.
Ah, so the antioxidants are the good guys, protecting the cells.
Exactly. And less oxidative stress equals a healthier you, think a healthier heart and a sharper brain.
Gotcha. So flavonoids are our cell superheroes.
Basically. And they go beyond just fighting those free radicals. They can actually improve your blood vessel function and even help reduce inflammation.
That's impressive. And I know inflammation is linked to all sorts of chronic diseases, right?
You got it. It's a key factor in many health problems.
So flavonoids are like a multi-tool for better health.
Exactly. They're tackling those issues from different angles. Now, are you ready to tackle a veggie that sometimes gets a bad rap?
Ooh, bring it on. What veggie are we talking about?
The Cruciferous family. Broccoli, kale, cauliflower. The powerhouses that aren't always the most popular.
I get it. They can be a bit strong, but hey, I'm willing to learn. What's so special about them?
These guys are packed with glucosinolates, compounds that help your liver detoxify.
Detoxify, huh? My liver works hard. It could probably use the help. Tell me more.
Well, when you chop or chew these veggies, the glucosinolates get converted into isothiocyanates.
Isothiocyanates, that's a mouthful. What do they do?
Well, one of them, sulforaphane, activates enzymes in your liver that help to neutralize toxins.
Wow, so it's like giving my liver a little extra support to do its job.
Exactly. And get this, sulforaphane may even help reduce cancer risk.
Seriously. Now that's what I call a hidden benefit. Suddenly broccoli's looking a lot more appealing.
Right. There's so much more to these veggies than meets the eye.
Agreed. It's like they have secret superpowers.
Now, I'm curious about something often paired with a nice dinner. Have you heard of resveratrol?
Ooh, is this the red wine connection I've heard about?
You got it. Resveratrol is found in the skin of red grapes, and you'll also find it in peanuts and blueberries.
Interesting. So it's not just about the wine?
Nope. It's being studied for its potential anti-aging effects, and there's a link to improved cardiovascular health, less inflammation, even a longer lifespan.
Hold on. Did you say longer lifespan? Well, that's got my attention.
It's pretty exciting stuff. It seems resveratrol might activate certain genes that promote longevity.
Genes that promote longevity. So it's like a switch that could help us live longer.
Well, the research is still ongoing, but it's a promising area of study.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to think about how these plant compounds could influence something as complex as aging.
It really is. It makes you
Yeah.
appreciate the power of nature, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I want to switch gears a bit and talk about something particularly important for women going through menopause: hormonal balance.
Oh, that's a big one. Hormones can be tricky to navigate, especially during menopause.
Definitely. This is where phytoestrogens come into play. You'll find them in soybeans, flax seeds, and lentils. They can actually mimic the effects of estrogen in the body.
So they're like natural estrogen helpers.
You could say that.
Mhm.
This can be really helpful in alleviating those menopausal symptoms like hot flashes and night sweats.
Oh, that makes sense. Anything that can help manage those symptoms is a plus.
Right. And there's more. They may also support bone health and even protect against certain hormone-related cancers.
So they're like a triple threat for women's health.
Exactly. Now, have you ever noticed how nature seems to use color to signal something important?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Those deep blues, vibrant purples, and rich reds in nature, those are often signs of anthocyanins, powerful inflammation fighters.
So those colorful berries aren't just pretty, they're packing a punch.
You got it. Think blueberries, cherries, blackberries, even red cabbage. They're all part of nature's defense system.
It's amazing how those vibrant colors are actually linked to health benefits.
I know, right? And anthocyanins do more than just fight inflammation. They also support heart health by helping to improve cholesterol levels and blood pressure.
Wow, so they're like little heart helpers too.
It's all about making those small, consistent choices that lead to big health wins.
It all adds up.
Now let's talk about a group of foods that are often overlooked for their phytonutrient power: beans, chickpeas, and quinoa.
Oh, I love those. They're staples in my diet. But what's so special about them, phytonutrient-wise?
These nutritional powerhouses are packed with saponins. They give your immune system a boost and can actually lower cholesterol.
Wait, lower cholesterol? How do they do that?
Saponins actually work by preventing cholesterol from being absorbed in your gut. It's pretty cool how they work behind the scenes.
That's incredible. So those simple beans and lentils are doing more than I realized.
Exactly. Every little choice makes a difference.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. Lots of these phytonutrients seem to work in multiple ways to keep us healthy.
You got it. It's not just about one single benefit. It's about all these different components working together to support our overall well-being. And that's why variety is key.
Makes sense. You want to make sure you're getting a diverse range of those phytonutrients from all those colorful fruits, veggies, and those often overlooked beans and lentils.
Absolutely. It's like assembling a team of superheroes, each with their unique powers to protect our health.
I love that analogy. So what's the key takeaway here? How can our listeners make sure they're getting enough of these amazing phytonutrients?
Well, it all starts with embracing a diverse, plant-rich diet. Think about incorporating those colorful fruits and veggies, exploring new herbs and spices, and maybe even giving those cruciferous veggies another chance.
It sounds like eating the rainbow isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a recipe for good health.
Exactly. Every colorful bite is a step towards a healthier, more vibrant you.
I'm definitely inspired to get more of those phytonutrients on my plate. Thanks for all the great information.
You got it. It's been a pleasure diving into the world of phytonutrients with you today. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're uncovering even more about those incredible phytonutrients.
We've covered some of the big ones already, haven't we? Like those carotenoids, the flavonoids.
Definitely. And who could forget the glucosinolates helping our liver with all that detox work?
Oh, and resveratrol. Potentially the key to activating those longevity genes, right?
Exactly. But now I'm curious about how we actually put all this knowledge into practice. It can be a bit overwhelming trying to incorporate all those phytonutrients.
It can seem that way, right? But it doesn't have to mean a complete diet makeover. Remember that whole eating the rainbow idea?
Oh yeah, not just eating our fruits and veggies, but picking a variety of colors.
Exactly. It's a great place to start.
But sometimes I feel like those less colorful foods get forgotten. You know, like garlic or onions. Do they have any phytonutrient benefits too?
Absolutely. Those whites and browns are full of surprises. Take garlic. It's got allicin, a compound that's got antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties.
So garlic's got more going for it than just warding off vampires.
Way more. And onions, with their quercetin, are great for fighting allergies and supporting heart health.
Wow, so even something as simple as a stir fry with different veggies and some garlic can be a phytonutrient powerhouse.
Exactly. It's all about those everyday ingredients.
Speaking of adding flavor, I love using herbs and spices. Do they contribute to our phytonutrient intake as well?
They absolutely do. Herbs and spices are like concentrated bursts of phytonutrients. Think about turmeric with its curcumin.
Oh, yeah. Turmeric's been getting a lot of attention lately.
For good reason, it's fantastic for reducing inflammation. Then there's ginger, soothing for digestion, and even helps with nausea.
And what about cinnamon? I put that in everything.
Great choice. Cinnamon is known for helping to regulate blood sugar levels, so don't hold back on those herbs and spices. Add them to your meals generously.
I'm definitely feeling inspired to spice things up. All of this makes you realize how much our food choices affect us, right down to our cells. We talked earlier about oxidative stress and those pesky free radicals. Are there specific foods that are especially good at fighting those off?
You're thinking like a true deep diver now. Berries, especially blueberries, they're packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins and vitamin C.
Ah, those powerful antioxidants again.
They're key. And green tea, full of catechins, is another great antioxidant source. Don't forget about nuts and seeds either.
Why nuts and seeds?
They're high in vitamin E, another important antioxidant.
So we're building a whole defense squad for our cells. And we've mentioned inflammation a lot, too. Are there any phytonutrients that are particularly helpful for calming that down?
Inflammation is a big one, it really is. You've got your omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon, but also plant-based sources like flax seeds and walnuts.
Oh, right. Omega-3s. I always hear about those. They're anti-inflammatory, right?
They are. And those colorful anthocyanins we talked about earlier, the ones in berries and red cabbage,
Yeah.
they're amazing at fighting inflammation throughout your body.
So it's about incorporating a combination of these foods for a well-rounded approach. But what about prebiotics? I know they're not as exciting as some other phytonutrients, but I've heard they're really important for gut health.
You're absolutely right. Prebiotics are like the unsung heroes. They might not get all the glory, but they're crucial.
They're a type of fiber, right? But our bodies can't actually digest them.
Exactly. But here's the thing. They act as food for the good bacteria in our gut.
Ah, the gut microbiome. I hear that term everywhere now. Why is it so important, and how do prebiotics help it?
Picture your gut microbiome as a massive ecosystem full of trillions of bacteria. When it's balanced, it's amazing for your health. Everything from digestion and nutrient absorption to your immune system, even mental health, is affected by the gut.
Wow, it really is a whole ecosystem down there.
It is. And prebiotics are what nourish the good bacteria in that ecosystem, helping it thrive.
So where can we find these gut-friendly prebiotics?
You'd be surprised how common they are. Onions, garlic, bananas, asparagus, legumes like lentils and chickpeas, they're all great sources.
So many different foods, so it really is about eating a variety of things.
Variety is key, especially when it comes to those whole, minimally processed foods.
Right. Is that still the best way to make sure you're getting enough phytonutrients? Choosing whole foods over processed ones?
Absolutely. Processing often strips away valuable nutrients, including those phytonutrients.
So whole grains over refined grains, fresh fruits and veggies over processed snacks.
Exactly. And cooking at home more often can make a big difference, too.
It's like getting back to basics and closer to the source of those powerful compounds.
It is. And it's not just about the food either. What about beverages? We mentioned green tea, but are there other good choices for getting more phytonutrients?
Oh, that's a good point. We can't forget about drinks. What else should we be considering?
Well, besides your green tea, think about herbal teas like chamomile or hibiscus.
I love those.
They offer some great antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits. And don't underestimate fruit-infused water.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Simple and refreshing.
Exactly. You get the hydration, plus a little natural sweetness, and those bonus phytonutrients.
Now, before we all run off to make some phytonutrient-packed smoothies, I have to ask. We talked about resveratrol and red wine earlier. Is that nightly glass of red wine really a healthy habit?
The red wine debate. It's a tricky one. While resveratrol shows promise, it's important to be realistic.
So it's not a free pass to overindulge.
Definitely not. Some studies suggest moderate red wine consumption might be good for the heart, but the research isn't conclusive. And we can't forget that alcohol, even in moderation, still has risks.
So it's not just about one single ingredient, it's about making choices that fit into a healthy lifestyle overall.
Exactly. It's all about balance. If you enjoy red wine, a glass here and there is probably fine. But don't think of it as a health necessity.
So it's better to focus on getting those phytonutrients from a variety of sources, like those delicious berries and grapes themselves.
Exactly. It's about the whole picture. This deep dive has been so insightful, I'm really starting to grasp the power of these plant compounds.
Me too. It's amazing how they affect our health on so many levels.
Protecting our cells, supporting our gut, even influencing our genes. It's incredible.
It really shows the power of nature, and we've only just begun to understand these phytonutrients. There's so much more to learn.
Definitely. But the best part is, every delicious, plant-rich meal is a step toward a healthier you.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've explored a rainbow of phytonutrients, from those vibrant carotenoids to prebiotics for a healthy gut.
We've seen how they're more than just trendy health buzzwords. They're vital for our well-being.
Exactly. But I'm curious about the how. We know about the benefits, but how do these phytonutrients actually work their magic at a cellular level?
That's the million-dollar question. It's a complex field,
Yeah.
but remember those antioxidants.
Oh, yeah, and those free radicals, the cellular troublemakers. Could you remind us how those two connect?
Imagine your cells are constantly under attack, not by armies, but by these unstable molecules called free radicals. They're a natural byproduct of metabolism. But things like pollution, smoking, even just breathing can make them worse.
So it's like our cells are always being bombarded by these tiny little attackers.
Exactly. And that's where antioxidants step in. They're like shields, neutralizing those free radicals before they can cause too much damage. Think damage to our DNA, cell membranes, all those vital structures.
Well, phytonutrients are like our tiny cellular superheroes.
You got it. And different ones have different strategies. Some, like vitamin C, directly scavenge those free radicals, while others, like sulforaphane, actually boost your body's own antioxidant production.
So it's a team effort, and that's why eating a variety of plant foods is so important.
Exactly. It's all about giving your body the tools it needs.
But antioxidants are just one part of the story, right?
You're right. There's another fascinating area of research, how phytonutrients can actually influence gene expression.
Wait, are you saying they can change how our genes work?
It's incredible, isn't it? Certain phytonutrients can act like switches, turning on genes that promote health and turning down the ones that could lead to problems.
So it's not just about damage control, it's about actually optimizing how our cells function.
Precisely. Think back to sulforaphane from those cruciferous veggies. It can activate genes involved in detoxification and DNA repair. It's like a cellular cleanup crew.
Wow, like giving our cells a whole software upgrade. Are there other examples of phytonutrients that can do this?
Tons. Curcumin from turmeric has been studied extensively for its ability to change gene expression related to inflammation and cancer cell growth. And remember resveratrol. It might be influencing those longevity genes, the sirtuins.
It's amazing to think that these choices we make about food can affect something as complex as our genes.
Isn't it? We often think of genetics as set in stone, but through our diet and lifestyle, we can actually influence how those genes express themselves.
Now, inflammation has come up quite a bit during this deep dive. Every phytonutrient seems to have some connection to reducing it.
It's a recurring theme because it's at the root of so many health problems. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire inside, causing damage over time.
And phytonutrients are like firefighters, putting out those flames.
I like that. They work in different ways. Omega-3 fatty acids directly block those inflammatory molecules, while others, like anthocyanins and berries, work as antioxidants, reducing the stress that fuels inflammation.
So it all comes back to those colorful fruits, veggies, and spices. Every time we choose them, we're helping our bodies fight inflammation and stay healthy.
Absolutely, and that's where food synergy comes in. Remember, these phytonutrients don't work in isolation. They actually interact, making each other even more effective.
That's why that rainbow of colors on our plate is so important. But with so much to learn about phytonutrients, it's easy to get overwhelmed. What's the key message for our listeners?
Don't get lost in the details. Focus on a way of eating that's rich in diverse plants. Experiment with new flavors, explore different cuisines, and make those colorful fruits, veggies, herbs, and spices the stars of your meals.
It's about making small, consistent choices that have a big impact over time. It's been a fascinating journey exploring the world of phytonutrients.
It has. We've only just scratched the surface, but every delicious bite is a step toward a healthier you.
So keep exploring those flavors, keep learning, and keep those taste buds happy. This has been The Deep Dive. Until next time, stay curious.